Wladimir Klitschko versus Tyson Fury. This is my prediction for the fight. Tyson Fury has said in several interviews this week that he expects Wladimir Klitschko to try jump on him early and either take him out early or at least intimidate him and put him in his place and stamp his authority on the fight. Now, since Tyson Fury is expecting that, I'm expecting Tyson Fury to box quite defensively, at least for the first few rounds. Be on the back foot. They're apparently fighting in a very big ring, 24 feet. Tyson Fury, when he's at the kind of weight he's at now, because he's under 250, he can move very well for a big man when he's at this particular weight. The last time he was around this type of weight, I believe, was the Kevin Johnson fight. And if you go back and watch that fight, he was very fast, good hand speed, doubling and tripling the jab, throwing 5-6 punch combinations, moving around all over the place. And he showed very good stamina in that fight. All right. So those of you who are expecting the lethargic, slow Tyson Fury that you saw in the Derek Chisora fight, you're going to be shocked in this fight because he's going to be much quicker, much more mobile and much more fluid and what have you. So yeah, I'm expecting Fury to be a bit cautious early on, just see the lay of the land, make sure he don't get clipped with anything clean early in the fight, and just try and work out the angles and see where he can get to Klitschko from. Maybe try out a few different tactics, because if the long range stuff is working, if his jab is working against Klitschko, because his jab was very impressive in the Kevin Johnson fight. It wasn't just a flicking jab, it was a powerful shot. It was doubling and tripling. If that's working, he may just stay on the back foot and continue doing that as long as he's landing clean shots. And as long as Klitschko's not pressuring him too much. Because, and for those of you who think that Klitschko coming out fast and trying to impose himself on Fury is far-fetched, go back and look at the Mariusz Wach fight. Because that's exactly what he did against Mariusz Wach. Within the first 30 seconds or a minute, he was letting go big bombs on Wach. I mean, he didn't come out all guns blazing like Mike Tyson, but relative for Wladimir Klitschko, it was a fast start. And he landed some very, very good shots on Mariusz Wach early in the fight. And if it wasn't for the fact that Mariusz Wach has an iron jaw, that fight might have been over in one round. Now, we know Wladimir Klitschko is a tremendous puncher. He's got very good technique, Wladimir. The way he throws the right hand is so straight, is so accurate. There's very little tell on the punch. It's hard to see that punch coming. Very, very quick shot for a guy of his size. Also, his left hook, his jab, he gets full extension on it. He's got very good balance, the way he walks you down and keeps you under pressure and makes you feel uncomfortable. Tyson Fury knows better than anyone that he can't afford to make any mistakes here. And Fury, in previous fights, has got overexcited when he hurts someone. Okay? And that has led to him getting caught. Even against that southpaw guy that he fought. I can't remember the guy's name now. It was one of the Box Nation fights that he had. And he wasn't in particularly good shape, but he fought some southpaw guy. And when he started hurting the guy, he was swinging and the guy managed to catch him with a few shots. And even in the Nevin Pikage fight, there was another time. So when he gets overexcited and hurts someone, he can walk into punches. And we saw Wladimir Klitschko against Pulev. That's the mistake Pulev made. Pulev managed to rock Wladimir Klitschko with a jab and have some early success in the first round. And he got too aggressive, and Wladimir Klitschko was able to clip him with that left hook. And that was his downfall for the rest of the fight, really. So, yeah, there is a chance that Fury, particularly if he lands something on Wladimir and manages to rock Wladimir or have some success, he might get overexcited, go in and get clipped with something big and just get taken straight out. Vladimir's got the kind of power where he could end the fight with one punch, not just drop Fury, but end the whole damn fight with one shot at any point in time. So Fury has to be mindful of that. I think he will be in the opening rounds. Whether or not Fury with his extra reach, because I think Fury's got like a 5 or 6 inch reach advantage over Klitschko. Whether that reach advantage will be able to mess Wladimir around enough, make it awkward enough for him, maybe land a shot here or there to keep Wladimir honest. I don't know, it remains to be seen, but I'm gonna take a guess and say that Fury will be able to mess Wladimir around for a bit. I think he will. With Tyson Fury, you're really dealing with an unknown quantity. At least in my mind, he's kind of an unknown quantity. And that sounds a strange thing to say because I've seen all of Tyson Fury's fights. But you can count on one hand the amount of times that Tyson Fury's actually been in proper fighting shape and still have fingers to spare. It kind of reminds me of when Buster Douglas fought Mike Tyson. Within the first 10 seconds of that fight, Sugar Ray Leonard, who was commentating on the fight, said, "This is the best Buster Douglas I've ever seen." Within 10 seconds of the fight. It was that obvious how much faster and how much better Douglas was moving in the fight. And obviously Douglas was emotionally charged because of the death of his mother 2 weeks prior to the fight. But combine that with the fact that he was in much better shape than normal. And you had a Buster Douglas who Sugar Ray Leonard and Larry Merchant didn't even know existed that turned up against Mike Tyson. Could we see something like that with Tyson Fury? It's possible. You just don't know how good he can actually be now that he's in shape. I know he's not body beautiful like Wladimir, but he's only like 1 pound heavier than Wladimir. And he's on the pads. If you ain't seen his pad work leading up to this fight in fight week, he's looked very sharp on the pads, very quick, very nimble, moving around the ring. So we might see an absolute revelation from Tyson Fury, and not only with the speed, but explosiveness. I don't know. But I just feel that, again, to me, he's an unknown quantity for the fact that I haven't seen him against many tall fighters. I don't know whether he's technically sophisticated enough. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying I don't know because I haven't seen it. I don't know whether he's technically sophisticated enough to be able to set up and land big power shots at long range against Vlad, which will surprise Vlad, and he'll be able to put shots together and maybe drop Vlad. I don't know if he can actually do that. I don't know if he's technically good enough to be able to set up the big punches to get to Wladimir. He might be able to land his jab, but at long range, can he really land big shots? I don't know. I really don't know. On the inside, I'd be more confident that Fury could land something if he can get Vlad off him, because Vlad's going to try and wrap him up. He won't be able to lean on him the way he leans on shorter opponents, but he'll try and wrap him up. Will Fury be able to get hands free and get some short shots on the inside, go in, body shots, uppercuts and stuff like that? I don't know. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. So it really is a stab in the dark for me, in the way I'm thinking about it, in terms of trying to predict how Tyson Fury is actually going to fare in this fight. I've got a well-known quantity in Wladimir. I know exactly how Wladimir reacts in certain situations. I know exactly what he can and can't do. With Fury, I feel like I don't know exactly what he can and can't do yet, because, as I say, he was in similar shape in the Johnson fight, but I feel like he's improved technically since then. So I don't know. I'm not sure how good Fury can be, but I can't go with potential when I'm making a prediction. I can't go with potentially how good Fury could be. I have to go with what I know. And that is what I know Wladimir Klitschko can do. So, yeah, obviously Vladimir's got the power to end this anytime he lands clean. I think Fury does have the power to hurt Wladimir, but I don't think he has the power to knock Wladimir out with one shot. Whereas I do think Wladimir has the power to knock Fury out with one shot. With that being said, it don't take much to make Wladimir cautious. In his last fight against Bryant Jennings, a guy who was much smaller than him, 20 pounds lighter, 4 or 5 inches shorter, the referee warned Wladimir for holding and leaning on Jennings, and Wladimir was finding it difficult to land clean. And after that warning, Wladimir became extremely cautious. Okay, just from a warning. So the fact that he wasn't able to land consistently on Jennings, and the fact that the referee wasn't allowing him to lean on Jennings, made Wladimir feel so uncomfortable that he refused to go in and try to finish a guy, or try and push for a stoppage against a guy who is much smaller and much weaker than he was. That shows you, let's not get it twisted. Wladimir is quite easily discouraged. Right, when it comes to pressing for a knockout, he's quite easy to discourage if you can actually land something and make him feel uncomfortable. He won't press for that knockout. Let's not get that confused. So can Fury put something on him to discourage him from going for the knockout? If Wladimir is as cautious as he was, particularly in the second half of the Jennings fight, of course Fury can go the distance in this fight, no question about it. If Klitschko's going to knock Fury out, it's going to depend on Klitschko pushing the issue. And if Fury can put something on him to put a bit of doubt on him, Klitschko will try and go 12. He won't even push the issue if he feels a threat from Fury. He won't push the issue. I don't know. It's hard to know, but I'm going to go with Wladimir Klitschko winning a 12-round decision. That's what I'm going to go for. As much as Fury is able to switch hit, and he does have fast hands when he's at this particular weight, good movement. As I've said previously in this video, I'm not sure. I don't know if he's technically sophisticated enough to set up the power punches necessary to be able to hurt Vlad and put the type of beating on Vlad which could either lead to stopping him or lead to a decision over there in Germany, which is Vlad's adopted home, at least in terms of boxing. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Vlad winning a 12-round decision and maybe even stopping Fury late. He could possibly stop Fury late, because if Fury hasn't been outboxing Vladimir clearly, then maybe late in the fight, he's going to have to start taking some chances, and maybe that will give Vlad the opportunity to land that big left hook and knock Tyson Fury out late. So, I don't know. I would say Wladimir Klitschko wins this fight sometime after the 9th round, whether it's by knockout or on points. I would say Wladimir Klitschko after the 9th. And again, I'm well aware if he lands a big shot in the first, he could take Fury out. But in my head, in terms of the tactics of these guys and whatnot, and the mentalities of these fighters, Klitschko's not that difficult to back off if you land something decent. Fury can be awkward. He knows Klitschko's going to try and jump on him, or at least he believes it. So he's going to try and be cautious and not get caught. So based on all that, I'm thinking the fight might go late. And I'd say Wladimir will win anytime after the 9th, either by knockout or points. That's my prediction, people. If you disagree, it's all good. If Tyson Fury wins, I think it's going to be great for the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division, I think, needs a shake-up. We've got all these young fighters coming through, so it would be great for Fury to win. Maybe he'll have the rematch with Klitschko. Maybe Klitschko will go away, try to rehabilitate himself, and you could have an Anthony Joshua Fury fight. I don't know. You know, it would be good, I think, to have a big shake-up and have Fury winning the fight. But my particular prediction is for Wladimir Klitschko to win. If you haven't left a prediction already, drop your predictions in the comment section below. I'll be very interested to read them and debate with some of you guys. Obviously, I've had many people, quite a few people on Skype calls giving their predictions in the fan prediction videos that I've done, and I'd like to thank everyone who participated in those fan prediction videos, and say sorry to anyone who I didn't manage to get on Skype and talk to. I've just been very busy, and there's a whole heap of people that wanted to do it. So I'll obviously continue the fan prediction thing because it seems to be quite popular. I'll continue it for other fights. So there'll be plenty of other opportunities for you guys to talk to me on Skype and, you know, have your say about fights that are up and coming. Maybe even the Anthony Joshua Dylan White fight. I know a lot of people are going to have opinions on that. So yeah, drop your predictions below. Let me know how you feel. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.